In my life, I have been lucky enough to have encountered stories that have profoundly changed me as a person. And this one, well, it is one of them. It is my first real book review on this channel, and I wanted to make that one count. Welcome to Crowley's Bookshop and to my very first book review. The book reviews that I will be making will be kept short and sweet, like we are just sharing a moment together as friends. Nothing fancy, just my raw thoughts and opinion about why I love those books that much. Even though science fiction has always been my hyperfixation since I was a child, life had other plans for me. I chose to study and do my master's degree, and I just didn't have time and mental space to dedicate nearly as much to science fiction. Or at least I told myself that I didn't have that time. When I first encountered the book of the day, I was living in Glasgow and I was working right across a Waterstones. I was writing my master's thesis and I just needed something to clear my mind. So I slowly got back to science fiction. The store I was working next to had such a beautiful collection of science fiction books. I just bought like 10 of them in one sitting. And one of them was what would become the book that truly changed my life and my favorite book to this day. The book, as you've seen in the title, is Children of Time by A.J. Tchaikovsky. And when I first picked this book, I just did it because, well, I thought the cover was super cool and I liked the blurb at the back, but I'd never heard about this book or the author when I just picked it up. I just thought that I felt something with this book, you know, and I went for it. And I thank myself every single day for it since then. For a quick recap of the book, a mission led by the Dr. Avrana Khan, who wanted to experiment a nanovirus on chips on a newly soon-to-be terraformed planet, got all messed up for a lot of different reasons. And the nanovirus is infected spiders and not the chips, who died, unfortunately. We are then following the spiders becoming a full-on civilization. In parallel, a few thousand years later, this book is also telling the story of a humanity dying on its knees, fleeing away from also a dying Earth, looking for a new home in a last heroic and courageous stand to find a better home in the stars, following the plans and charts of a previous human era, aboard a ship called the Gilgamesh. Yes, you guessed it, the spider planet, still guarded by Kern, who basically meshed with the AI on the ship. I am a space opera enjoyer. I love Star Trek, I love Star Wars, this is just my jam. And more than anything, I enjoy very, very much reading and experiencing other minds that are not humans, and how they differ from us. This book gave me just that. It is such a genius stroke to put in parallel a new, nascent, brilliant spider civilization and the completely fallen humanity. We are following the spiders from simple organisms to them full-blown mastering their environments, developing along the way a formidable society centered around politics, religion, and technological advancements, made easier by the nanovirus with the understanding, a way for them to have their discoveries literally written into their DNA. On the other side, the humans are slowly losing it. The ship captain, Nguyen, is so entranced in his mission to save humanity that he wants to melt with the ship so that its legacy can survive with him, for example. It is a brilliant piece of writing. There's also a coup, factions against factions, when they have so little already. To follow up with the parallels, the spiders live in a matriarchal society, a mirror to ours. But there are also parallels between the two humanities of the book. Holston, the main protagonist of the fallen human society, is not the same as Kern, to the point where only a handful can understand the language used by Kern and the previous human civilizations for the old maps and charts. A lot of humans' technologies have been lost to them at this point. And it is very interesting to witness the texts that are available by Kern and Holston. Religion is also a big thing. I mean, the ship is called the Gilgamesh, for example, but the spiders also have some kind of cult using the artifact developed by Kern to share information. Their society is basically developed around the equations written and sent by the Doctor to them. I love the two humanities that are developed into this book. In a very sci-fi way, there is both the creator and a destructor, the technical genius and the fallen angels. It is so brilliant. Tchaikovsky is, before all, a wonderful character builder. And it is very funny because I'm filming this video while I am reading his fantasy series. I'm on book 6 at the moment of Shadow of the Apt. And this series is all character development, and this is the reason why I love it so much. But even with this book, with Children of Time, the main point is the characters. And you know, with this book, there is a lot to take here. I am no arachnophobe, but the simple fact that I can empathize with giant spiders and feel something for creatures that are supposedly so different from us is pure writing genius. And the humans are nothing to be ashamed of course. Lane is a fantastic character that I love very much. I love Holston, and Nguyen made my skin crawl in almost a positive way because I could understand where he was coming from. And you have to get it that I went into this book completely blind, except from like the little blurb at the back of the book. Sure, there was a sticker telling me that he won the Arthur C. Clarke Award, but at the time I was not really into the award. It didn't really mean anything to me. And I just went with it. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. The writing is both solid with a nice prose, complex and philosophical at times, and also incredibly easy to follow through because he never overdid it. Because the story doesn't need it. The chapters are alternating between the spider parts and the human parts, and they are always mirroring each other in some ways. Because they are so different, but they also work in concert. The whole point of this book is to explore humanity and personhood, what it means to be a person and what it means to be truly human. And it is done so well. Tchaikovsky doesn't fall into philosophical slop, ever. It woves philosophy into the very core of the book. It is intense, beautiful, very bleak, and also so hopeful. It is difficult to talk about everything that the book is because there is just so much in this book. And there is so much that is woven there that I've never really thought about before. It is just gorgeous, and I have no other words for it. And well, what about the rest of them? Because yes, it is a trilogy. There is a 4th book coming out in 2026, and I'm just fangirling in advance. But the other books, well, they're just as beautiful. The second one, Children of Rune, I was just really looking for because I just loved the first one so much. I just really wanted to have this feeling again, and I had it with the next 2. I just loved it so much. The third one, Children of Memory, I read it in like a day, because I was just so into it. I just sat on my couch and I remember it was a Saturday and I spent the day into this book and it was gorgeous. I was crying by the end of it. It was just a lot, but in such a beautiful way. To end this video, I just wanted to read a quote to you because this is everything that this book is. Life is not perfect. Individuals will always be flawed, but empathy, the sheer inability to see those around them as anything other than people too, conquers all in the end. And well, that is basically what I took from this book. And it changed the way I saw things in such beautiful ways that I have to share this book. I gifted this book to absolutely everyone in my life, my mom, my dad, my best friends, just because it gave so much to me. I wanted to share it, and I wanted to share it with you guys today as well. I hope that you liked this first book review. I want to make these videos less written and more personal and more from my heart. I want to talk about the books that I really did enjoy and I really did love. There are going to be a lot of the books that I talked about in my top 10 sci-fi books because of course they are the ones that really are science fiction to me, and I wanted to share them with you guys. And this book is just absolutely magnificent, and I wish that more people would talk about this because it's the best science fiction you can have ever, really. And I hope that you like this video. Please follow me on social media if you want more of this. If you want more talks about the books I'm reading at the moment, like the Tchaikovsky I'm reading at the moment. I'm doing updates every single day about the things that I'm reading. And I'm also talking about, book stuff on Instagram, Twitter, GoodReads, and TikTok. I hope that I will see you there. And in the meantime, I hope that you have a nice day. And I will see you guys later. Can I get a wahoo? Cheers.